Great streets. What makes a great street? Planner Alan B. Jacobs describes great streets as those that make community. It is a great street that should be a desirable place to be, spend time, to live, play, to work, and at the same time contribute to what a city really should be. And how do we achieve this? Create slow streets. Slowing down vehicles makes streets safer and more comfortable for places to be. Mix land uses that work together. Creating areas that mix residential with commercial activities offers the most opportunity for diverse modes of travel. Finally, plan and design a complete streets network. Street networks should be planned with all users in mind: motorists, bicyclists, walkers, people with different abilities, transit riders, and more. Thank you for joining me in today's episode, and let's get started. But before we get to building our great street, we're going to make a couple fixes based on your feedback. I want to thank Greg for commenting on the last video about the placement of the car factory here. Greg pointed out I didn't put down any parking, which I think I was going to, and then I forgot. And also the location is a bit isolated. There's no public transit or anything in this area, and for the most part there's not too much going on here. So we are actually going to relocate the car factory over to this area here. But before we do that, we do need to kind of just work on some terrain here. We do have a lot going on here. So we're going to take the height of the road and just quickly flatten that out. And we'll take it hopefully right up to about here. This asset is surprisingly large. Like most things in Cities Skylines, sometimes the sizing is a bit more than you kind of expect. And yeah, what we'll do is we'll try and push that back right up to these areas here. And that should be a big enough pad to fit our car factory in, and then we'll clean up the edges afterwards. So we'll grab the car factory here, or vehicle factory, same thing, and we'll drag that over here. And we'll take off the info view and just see where can we try and sort of place this in a nice area. I think if we kind of hook it in, maybe right about there, I think I'm happy with. And we'll get some road connections going around it. So snap it to the building, turn off road guidelines because they will get in my way and they will annoy me. And just try and keep it centered around the building. I think that's going to be the easiest thing to do. And then we'll wrap it around the back here. Like so. And there are some options to maybe connect it up a bit better over here as well, but we slope some terrain, so one thing at a time, pilot, one thing at a time. Don't get distracted now. What I would like to do actually is see if we can just push this right up against the car factory as well and get a nice cut and fill road going if we can. Here. Let's see if that connects in. How does that look? Okay, I just dropped down a little bit. Maybe we'll try that again. If we take it from that road, just that, we'll just keep an eye on the slope so it doesn't go anywhere on us. As close to 0 as possible if we can. About 0.1 should work. Maybe we'll just extend this all the way out to about there. That should work. There. And then we'll connect this road in to there. And actually, we should probably just quickly flatten that back like so. We'll snap that in. There. So that works. That kind of just cleans up our little bit of our edge down there, gives it a nice sort of look, and then we'll just kind of soften that a little bit the best we can just to kind of blend it back in, and I'm happy with how that's looking. Same thing over here. We'll just soften the terrain for now, and there is kind of a road connection we could establish here, so maybe we'll just grab our slope tool, take down the brush size a little bit, and just slope that up the best we can. And then just connect that for 90. So there. There we go. That gives us a couple extra options. So now we should probably get the building into the main road as well. So we'll come maybe from here, and we'll use the complex curve. I'm loving this tool in this game. It is quite handy, and we'll turn our road guidelines back on. And click again to go into this guideline. And there we go. We have a nice road that connects in. And then we'll place a couple medium parking lots, and we'll put one there, one there. And those look pretty good. And then maybe just for a little place for the workers to come, we'll put down a small park there, maybe a little playground for bring your kids to work day, not your bring your work to kids day. I can talk. And then we'll bring out path connection along here, and we'll like that there. We'll bring out another one. We'll make a crossing there as well. And if we come into our trams, grab our tram stop, place that down here on each side, and then get that hooked in. And yeah, there we go. Now we have some transit, a few options there, and maybe what we'll do quickly before we move on to the next part of our episode is I will smooth this out a bit. Just slope the terrain a bit more this way as well, if we can. It might be a bit difficult to work with, but we'll smooth that all out. And grab a few alley roads. And we'll just place down a couple assets in here, just some shops or whatever, just for the workers to use and enjoy on their breaks. And again, we'll just use some paths to sort of take the zoning off there. So we'll put down a few small commercial deals. Let those come in. That probably won't spawn in anything. And kind of do the same with the pathing here. Put down a few more on this side as well. Maybe just make that one a bit bigger, like that. And we can probably get a little bit more. Just go like that there. So just a tiny bit more commercial. And then I think along this road we'll put down some office use as well. There and there. And we just put a path there. Then we'll zone in a few offices there. And that should do it for that. So I'll just see if I can successfully delete some paths without breaking the zoning now that I've adjusted it. Probably my one complaint with this game, but so far I think we are successful. I just can't ever place anything in there again. So there we go. Hopefully that car factory is a bit better, and I'm just seeing now I should have quickly just put another road straight out the back here as well. Oh yeah, that slope's pretty good, so we'll just get it lined up nicely at a 90. And might as well bring this one out and across as well. Slopes aren't too... oh boy, hold on. About to say it wasn't too terrible, but I would be wrong. So we'll just slope that back in that direction instead. Grab our road, hook it in. There we go. And then we can leave that open for some future development as well. So we're back over in this area where we took out our industry area in the last episode, and this is where we'll be trying to build up our great streets. So there's a few things we need to do to make some changes around here. So I'm just going to start with a little bit of dezoning, and we're going to take out these buildings here. Thank you for your service. And we'll grab a medium road, and we're going to use the 4-lane road here. We'll just put on our simple curve, and we'll come hooked in right here, and try not to wipe out that building. Click once, and then we'll just drag until it lines up with this road here. And once we kind of see this little X, see if I can zoom in a bit for you guys. So you see this little X form, that's kind of like showing you where the road is aligned. So anywhere kind of in this general area is good. So we'll click that in. And then we just have to pause for a moment. I'm going to delete this road. And then if we just come back into our small roads, we'll take a one lane, I can't say this right, one lane, one way road. That's a tongue twister. And we'll take it out straight as well. And it should hopefully just go where I want it to. And maybe it's going to decide not to, but that's okay. We can take our simple curve. Just sort of curve it in. Actually, if we use the complex, that might even be better. We'll come out at a 90, bend towards the road, bend again, and we'll see if we can get it right up to about there. Should work out well. And then grab our replace tool, and we'll just replace this whole road here, right up to about here. And then we'll take the 4-lane divided road, we'll draw that in there as well, and we'll leave that, and we'll come back to that in just a moment as to why it's different. And then I'm just going to bulldoze these roads because we're no longer going to need them, and I'd like to redo a lot of the roadway network around here, so we'll get rid of those. If we come back down here real quick to what we'll do is we'll clean up the road a little bit. If we grab the 5-lane asymmetric, we can add basically a merge lane, and I don't know, is that gonna... I don't want that far back, so we'll take this back to that, and that should give them a little bit of a merge lane here, and then we'll just use our handy dandy road tools. We'll get rid of the crosswalks there, we'll get rid of the left-hand turn here, and then we'll take the lights off there as well. And then that just gives these cars an option to still get out this way. They can merge and then change lanes, all that kind of stuff. And you can pull whatever you want because it's Cities Skylines, and who cares? So one of the elements of our great street is we want to add in a lot of active transportation. Now, unfortunately, because the game didn't come with bike lanes yet, it's not going to totally come completely together how I'd like, but we'll add in some bus lanes for now up to about there, and then we're going to take tram lanes, and I'm going to take the dual track, and we'll bring these in as well up to here. Now the reason I wanted to do the road with a meridian here is if you take the one-way tram track and you just upgrade one side, you're going to get this warning here about the track not being connected. If you take the tram stop and place it down, those warnings will disappear, and now you can see that the tram will single track here, and then it'll turn around, in quotations, as I try to make quotations to you guys so you can't see, and come back out and head back out. So that's kind of why it only works on this road. It won't work on this road here. So, and then final upgrade will be, we'll grab the grass, and we'll put grass down the road as well. Come on, replace tool. Do what I ask. Oh man, sometimes. And can we get any grass on there? No, it doesn't look like it. Drag it down that side as well. And there. And then of course we will add some trees. Oh, the game really doesn't like me today. You know, I'm trying to run recording software in the background. We all know how this game feels about anything that isn't sitting. So, and then we'll put the wide sidewalks here to prevent parking on that road. And yeah, you know, I really love the road tools in this game. You know, as frustrating as it is dealing with Cities Skylines sometimes, like coming down right into this view is just like so satisfying to look at the college there, the trees, and just how our roads are kind of coming together in the way that I want. So pretty happy with how this is turning out. So for the next part of our great street, I want to place down a few things and then delete them. I'll explain a little more. So we're going to grab some paths. I'm going to make them about 4 units deep. And we're going to use the grid tool here. And we're going to grid right to about, let's take it right up to there. We're going to come onto the other side and do the same thing. And we'll grid down to there. And if Cities Skylines liked me, maybe start from down here. And I can't see because of that tree there. Sorry, camera. Take that up to here. Will it do what I want? Yes. Okay. So we've got this little grid of alleys here. Or sorry, pedestrian paths. And then we're going to take the alley in behind. And we're going to try and grab another one. And I don't know if this is... Take it from here. Yeah, that should work. And we'll take it right up to the edge of this road here. And we're just going to go basically the whole way down. And we'll try and get as close as we can without those roads connecting. So it probably looks like it's going to be right about there. Something tells me this road here was never straight. Anyways. And we'll measure out 88, so let's see if we can get one more. 89. Well, if I take off that guideline, will you snap to the right one? No. Okay, well, we'll take off existing geometry and zoning cell length. And 93, what else are you snapping to? Grid. There we go. Love the snapping options most of the time in this game, but every once in a while, you know, just would be nice if they could please go. But, let's see, we'll take that again as close to this roundabout as we can sort of get it. Looks like it's probably going to be about there. So we'll just leave that road there. And then if we measure from the top there to the bottom, it's about 150. So if we go up to about 78 or so, roughly the middle. It doesn't need to be perfect. I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, we will grid that out. And then basically what we're going to do over here is we'll take out each side, and these paths will basically just kind of connect to both roads. And apologies if all you can hear is the sound of the bulldozer. We could have done that and saved your ears, but anyways. And then we still have a lot of pollution here to have hopefully disappear, and then a couple of these, the zoning. Let's see if I can just quickly get it onto the other road. If I go like this and delete it, does that do it? No. Okay, well, that's not a total issue. What I can do is just delete this road temporarily, and then that should hopefully, without the game fighting me too much, if I go like that and like that, and probably the same thing to about there. I know if we only zone this deep, then we should be okay. I wanted to use mixed use along here, but with the pollution, I just have to be careful. So we'll zone in a couple there. Probably about up to there should work. And I wish sometimes the zoning would behave the way I want it to. If we take that out, I wish this would be less of a pain in my butt. Okay, let's see. So these are about 20 apart. So if I go to there, and then draw that back in, yeah, it deletes it. Okay, if I delete that, just delete and delete and delete until I'm dead, will it finally do what I want? I just do, okay. Maybe this will work. Let me try that one. And then if I just delete that, draw that back in, and now it's gonna complain that the items are overlapping because of the paths. Yeah, this was supposed to make my life easier, but apparently it's not. So we'll draw that back in, and we could use the other paths as a guide. And that seems to be kind of working. We can just sort of get the game to find the guideline. There. But yeah, that's basically what we're gonna try and do. I'm gonna try and work a little bit in time lapse. We'll try and get some zoning in behind here. We're gonna kind of layer the heights up. Again, we'll have to try and wait for some of that to disappear, but we'll probably put some medium density here at the back. And again, we might have to play with paths just a little bit to kind of try and force the zoning to where I want it. And we'll put those there. And then hopefully we can get some high density growing there as well. And we probably can mix in some office. I don't totally know how they feel about pollution. It doesn't seem like they maybe totally care, but yeah, we'll get some high density office going in there as well. We'll really just kind of mix up the uses and make this a place that people want to be. Alright, well, while that continues to grow, I just made a small little change right here on this part of the highway. There was just a little bump here, so I wanted to fix it, but I actually want to reconfigure some of this roadway network. So I'm going to pause the game real quick, and we're going to bulldoze a couple roads here. We'll take this one out as well. And I'm going to slope the train as well up to this height here. And we'll just take our brush size up a bit. Oops, sorry. Trying to get used to using the keys. Oops, right click there. The keys to move instead of edge scrolling, so bear with me, sorry. If we just get this nice and sloped up to about here, we'll kind of do the same thing. Gotta start down there. Over here, and then we'll just give this whole thing a giant smooth like that. I'd like to kind of hook in a tiny bit of an interchange. Not really, I don't think, to be honest. That's what it totally would be, but we'll take our 3-lane asymmetric road and we'll kind of just line it up the best we can with maybe probably that road there looks good. So we'll come out at a 90 and we'll use the simple curve. And we'll kind of come as straight as we can to probably about there, and then just bend it towards our other like ring road highway here, like that. And then what we can do is maybe just take it a tiny bit further to about there. Should work. So we'll grab a highway ramp, and we'll come in and we'll just come straight down, hook into there. Oh. Perfect, new milestone, just what we needed. I don't think there's anything left to unlock. I'll check in a second, but I think we're basically done now. That's just more money into the city, which is great. So we'll grab this one with the curve road tool on this time. And again, we'll just take it out like so. And then this one, sometimes a bit of a pain, so I'm just gonna flatten like a tiny little bit right along here. And then smooth further up and just see if that kind of helps. It, for whatever reason, doesn't really like what I'm doing when I do this, but so we'll take this one down as well, 180, and we'll slide it into the highway here, and we'll try and find a good spot. When you can kind of see when the road starts doing weird sort of things over here, that maybe the connection isn't going to be so nice, so that looks like about there. And then just using the replace tool, we'll turn it around like so. And then what we are going to do is we're going to grab this one again, and maybe what I'll do is we'll bring the 2-lane road out like so, straight down to about there, maybe? Oh, that's in curve mode. It's working. Oh gosh, Pilot, you know what the controls are in this game, don't you? Yeah, that one might actually be a little tight. So what we'll do is we'll just grab our highway road again. We'll come a little bit further up with our curve road tool, and we'll just sort of curve out. And if we maybe just try and line it up with this road, like so. We'll take it into there, and then what we can do is we'll drop this down to 2-lane highway from there, and then they can start to accelerate for the highway. We'll remove the crossing there, also take the light off, and yeah, that basically just gives them free flow into this intersection. And see if I can fix this without losing my mind, but yeah, it just gives the citizens another opportunity to get around. There. Okay, thank you, behave. So, yeah, we'll come back over here, and maybe what we'll do is we'll take our small roads, and we'll just put in the 2-lane, and we'll replace this one. Take off the existing geometry zoning cell length, my mistake. And we'll turn that way. And what we could even do is we'll probably overlapping items. Oh, because of the parking lot. We'll take that one. We'll make this 2-lane and see how that goes. And maybe what we'll do is we'll just slightly reconfigure the roads. Take that off, and then using the complex curve, we'll come out at an 80, bend this way to that road, bend again, and just sort of snap it in. And it might be a little bit too wonky, but the great thing is this tool is really useful when you're trying to make these sort of complex road networks, because we can snap it into the guideline if it'll show up. If not, I can just eyeball it down to here, like so. And then we have a nice curve road to go into, and maybe what we'll do is one more change, do that back into our highway roads, and we should be able to I don't want to do all the lanes, so we can just kind of cheat a little bit, just draw a little bit of a node there briefly, upgrade this to 2 lanes there, and then we can come back and bulldoze that, and there we go. That just gives us an option over there. And then to finish off, we will place probably a larger roundabout. We're gonna lose this building, which is okay, and we'll just de-zone that as well so that nothing tries to spawn back. And we'll probably take out this road here. So this is where I'd really love a network multi-tool, so I can just add the nodes in that I need to delete, but I'm sure it's coming soon. And we'll use the complex curve again. If we just come out at roughly a 90, bend it down once, click again. Might take out that building as well, but we'll wrap it to about there. A little bit of jankiness going on there. Maybe what we'll do is we'll do the same trick. We'll just snap into this road here. There we go. Delete that. And then we'll use... let's use an asymmetric while we're here. That way it gives us more lanes into the roundabout. Click once, click twice, like so. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. And then we'll on pause, let everyone sort of sort themselves out. Yeah, it kind of gives us a bit of a different roadway network. At least options to kind of get onto this highway. It's not as fast maybe, but you can come this way into here and then through the roundabout and then out, so we don't have to do any sort of thing crazy on the water here. And yeah, we just have some zoning to go for the rest of today, and we have a lot of zones that are still quite heavily polluted. I don't know how long this will actually take, and I'm actually just filming this with the most recent patch as well, so yeah, I'll probably work on this a little bit off camera, and we have the basics of our great street here. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. We'll do a little walk through the main road here to finish off. So overall, I'm really happy with how this build is coming together. I hope you guys enjoy this new concept of the Great Street and how we've tried to implement it here in Cities Skylines 2. Lots more to build coming soon, so thanks for joining me today. Hope you guys all enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy, please remember to like and subscribe, and also check out our Discord. Come hang out and chat. But thank you for joining me in today's episode of Properton, so take care. Bye-bye.